Welcome to Three Voices Unfiltered, where no topic is off limits and everything gets real. Join us,
Ranisha,
Teresa,
Suzanne, as we dive into hot topics, share our wildest experiences, and bear our honest opinions and thoughts. Buckle up, because with us, it's always raw, always vibrant, and absolutely unfiltered.
All right, welcome to another episode. Let me start over because you were talking.
it's okay. No, it's Wabi-Sabi. We're not perfect.
Oh, that's a great example.
We're not perfect.
Welcome to another episode of Three Voices Unfiltered. Today, we're talking about the power of showing up real and imperfections in life. Sometimes I want things to be perfect. And in that, I get disappointed because guess what? Things are not perfect. So perfection is a scam. And this year really has proved it to us, right? We all strive for perfection, but it doesn't always make us feel good. It does make me feel like I'm kind of scammed. Like, man, I really wanted this to be this and that and the other, and it isn't. So then we feel disappointed or discouraged. So let's talk about this concept of Wabi-Sabi. Have you all heard about Wabi-Sabi?
Only because you shared it.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I had no earthly idea. It sounds like a Korean dish.
So it's actually a Japanese term.
Okay.
Wabi means simplicity, authenticity, and humility. And sabi means beauty that comes with time, experience, and imperfection.
There's imperfections that make you love something even more. So what if this rose is a little too short, a little too wide? It's got more personality than those other ones.
I love that.
I like that. I
love that.
Wasabi.
So combined is the beauty found in the imperfect and incomplete. So an example is maybe some old pajamas, right? And I was going to pull out a pair of old pajamas, but I'm like, let me not do that. But I have some that have a hole here and there, or they're thready, but they feel really good. They're imperfect to John. John's like, you need to throw those things out. But to me, it's beautiful, perfect, and complete because I'm comfortable in them.
I'll give you an example, a real live example right now. Look at the aesthetic of our studio today. It's nice and Christmassy. Renisha has on a really cute, funky
Let
sweater.
me move my mic.
Suzanne is over here lit like a Christmas tree. And I didn't get the memo because I'm over here
She's
just
with a
regular.
beautiful shirt.
It's
so
beautiful.
So that's our imperfection.
very regal.
For our
Very
studio
regal.
today.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's okay.
It's okay. Amir came home the other week with, he said, a vintage T-shirt that he bought for $20. It was a Hard Rock Cafe T-shirt with a hole in it. And he was like, this is vintage. Sir, that's an old hand-me-down T-shirt. It's not vintage.
That's what John used to do. He used to make fun of me when I started wearing torn up jeans.
I like the torn jeans.
I know, that's
do
what I
too.
was getting ready to say. I was getting ready to say, back in the day, if you walked around with a pair of jeans that had holes in
You
it,
were
you
poor.
were looked at as
Yeah.
raggedy, homeless, I don't know, whatever. But it is the style. And
It's
it's
the
been
style.
the style like that for years
But
now.
holes in your shirt, that to me is just, I don't like
It's
that.
too much.
And $20 for a T-shirt with a hole in it?
I
when
bet you
you
he
didn't-
looked cute.
I was like, you crazy. Since you can pay $20 for that T-shirt, how about pay your insurance this month? How about do that? Okay, go ahead, Susan.
That's a good one.
$20 for a torn T-shirt.
That you could do. I just buy a $5 T-shirt, bring it over. I'll tear it up for you, and you can give me
with
the other
holes in it, 'cause
15.
he's like, no, Mom, it's vintage. It's Hard Rock Cafe. Have you ever heard of it? I'm like, boy, bye.
But he asked you if you've ever heard of Hard Rock Cafe.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Does he think like you're that old?
I don't know. You know how
Oh my
kids are.
goodness. I know, I'm probably ancient to him, but anyhow, are we tired of curated and filtered life online? So I'm the one that usually stresses about our podcast being perfect and we're always looking great and this, that, and the other, right? But there are imperfections in our podcast. And sometimes they come out great. Like it ends up being a funny moment or a very resonant moment. So online, though, people try to portray something that they're not.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
how
they
does
do it all the
that-
time.
So this is a question to you, the audience. What do you think? Are you more into the perfect, well lit, no issue videos, or like the imperfect ones that make you feel like they make me feel like my life?
Right. Like they're human. They're human.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
a human behind the camera that's imperfect, not a robot.
Right.
And I like that. Do you all like that? Like, I really want to know in the comments. Let us know. Do you like that? Is that, or do you rather have like the perfect looking filtered? By the way, because they're not even real or put makeup on. It's filtered.
Well, yeah, because just think about television productions. Do you know how many times, like, say if you look at a program, say like The View or something, and do you know how they say that it's live, but I'm quite sure that they cut some of what the ladies or the panels or their guests are saying.
I've been to the View recording.
Okay.
I can't remember if it was live. I don't think it was.
Well, you know, they do that for a lot of broadcasts. It's delayed. So what we
Right.
see is not the actual, it's live, but it's maybe delayed 5 minutes. So they
Yeah.
can cut out things.
And I know they cut out things. They
Yeah.
have to cut out things because even a slip of a tongue, we've all had a slip of the
they
tongue.
go to let's
Yeah.
go to commercial break. You know, they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
And we may be
if they
seeing
get a
something
guest,
else. Yeah.
I guess that's lost it. They just go to commercial break or whatever. So here's some quick facts about Wabi-Sabi. So Wabi-Sabi is like we said, the finding the beauty in things that are imperfect. Finding the beauty, like the Liberty Bell that has a crack on it, right? It has a crack on the surface, but we find it beautiful. We find things that are, you know, like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It wasn't a pretty tree, but it was the meaning and the message behind it. And it ended up being a beautiful tree because it's not looking at the outward appearance. How does it make you feel? 72% of women feel pressure to appear put together at all times. We
Yes.
do.
Yes.
60% say perfectionism. 60% say perfectionism. Sorry. 60% say perfectionism negatively impacts mental health. And it does. I can see that.
Yeah.
Like you put so much pressure on yourself. You're stressed. You want to be perfect. Look, I do it to myself. And over 50% of adults report social media increases comparison and anxiety. And I think that happens a lot with teens because they care. Do you care? Do you feel like as you're getting older, you just don't care? I don't care.
Well, you know, like I said in one of our episodes, you know, my mantra is it's not that serious.
Yeah.
I think after COVID, I started caring less about, you know, going to work every day and putting on makeup. I wore makeup every single day. It was crazy, killing my skin. But after COVID, I was like, I haven't worn makeup since. I'm like, this is what my face looks like. So just
I
deal
don't
with
wear
it.
makeup anymore to go out. I have makeup on today, but I just feel like I'm too like
You
I
look
have
natural though.
I put a little bit. I don't like cake on makeup.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have a really yellow complexion and I don't like that. So that's why I put I don't have foundation or anything, just powder and anyway.
You got some
But-
highlight on them cheeks. I see
I
it.
just saw how much highlight. But anyhow.
But yeah.
The key is that these teens, mostly when I was a teenager, I did care what people thought. I did care about things that were imperfect. I did care if I didn't have the right brand of shoes or the right brand of jeans.
Yeah.
I don't care about that now. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care if people like me or don't like me. I don't care.
Yeah, kids care.
And maybe I should, but do you feel the same? I think it's that age. I'm like, whatever, it's on them.
Well, you say kids because kids, they're in a lot more social situations than we are.
That's
They're in
true.
school-
That's true.
They're in school, they're in sports, you know, they're doing the different things. And so a lot of kids want to express individualism, but they still want to be like everybody else.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's a
mean?
good point.
Yeah.
Teresa, you made me think about, you said social environments. I'm in a social environment with dancing, and I care how I look when I'm dancing. I'm like, I want to look like I know what I'm doing. I don't want to look crazy, and I don't want to dance with someone and they think she is crazy. I'm never going to ask her again. So you're right. I think it depends on the environment and how much you're around folks.
Yeah,
to
but
That
determine.
makes you feel the pressure.
Yeah. So I feel the pressure
true.
to be like, oh, there's a camera. Ooh, there's a camera coming.
But what about when you first started stepping and dancing?
You just
You
did
didn't
it,
know
right?
any of that.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was until somebody told me you are you are terrible.
Really?
Somebody told me that,
Wow.
and it made me so. I was like, oh my god. But it fueled me. I'm different, y'all. You know, it was a challenge for me, and I practiced and practiced and practiced until I could dance with him. And now I see him. I'm like, I don't even want to dance with you because you are terrible. Because then I thought he was great, but as I grew in the dance, I learned he's not that great because I can outdance
Ooh,
him.
the projection.
Yeah, he
See?
told me I was terrible.
Wow.
And that's like, I have a personal example. I learned English when I was 16. I moved in with my
Wow.
aunt and uncle. I did not speak any English. I didn't even know what hi meant. When people would say
Wow.
hi, I'm like, I don't know what that means. So my English was very imperfect. And even today, it's not perfect.
Yes, it
but
is.
I've come a long way from when I first learned. But one of my, was even in my 16-year-old brain, I do feel that it held me back a little bit with, like, I wanted to do drama in high school, but I felt funny about it because I wasn't going to sound right. But I would tell people that knew me, if I say something wrong, please correct me. If I pronounce a word wrong, please correct me, because I wanted to learn how to properly say words,
Right.
how to properly communicate.
Yeah.
So from that imperfection came growth, and you have to be open to taking the pressure off and finding beauty. So I found my beauty was that I could speak another language. I'm
Yeah, that's
bilingual
cool.
now.
Right.
Yes, cool.
So
That's hard. You did something that most people can't do. Sit in a class and learn on your own English. That's
That was hard.
amazing. That's
Thank you.
crazy.
And think about people that are plus size. Remember back in the day where the commercials, the ads, the fashion shows, everybody was skinny.
yeah.
But everybody was skinny,
Yeah.
and you had to have a certain look about yourself. But thank God that has changed, because now it appears that they are very diverse. And
does
they have not just
appear.
overweight people. They have, what about the model? What's her name,
Yeah,
Renisha? You know her name.
Winnie.
And she has a vitiligo. Is that how you pronounce it?
vitiligo.
Vitiligo. And she is doing quite well. From
She's
what
beautiful.
Renisha
Yeah,
said.
Winnie
she is
Harlow.
gorgeous. Yeah. And
She's beautiful, yeah.
And so there's beauty in our imperfections.
there is, and that's what we got to find. Even in life, like maybe your marriage is not perfect, right? It might be tumultuous, or it might be rocky, or sometimes you just don't like them. But try to find the beauty in the relationship. Hey, but today this person did this for me. That was beautiful, or that was great. Or this person, really said something kind to me, and that's beautiful. And I think we look for beauty in everything that is considered beautiful or perfect, when
Yeah.
there's really beauty and perfection in things that are not.
Yeah, one of my children, Sakira, she was darker than the other kids. And she used to come to me crying and saying, "Why am I dark, Mom?" And she did. I had to work with her for a little bit. First of all, I had to talk to
Sakira's
her.
beautiful.
She is.
She's beautiful.
But she had an issue about her skin color. She said she was
Wow.
too dark and she was ugly. I'm like, "You're not too dark. Look at me." And I used to put my arm next to hers and say, "Look at my arm and look at your arm. We're the same. I look cute. So you're cute."
That's right, because she looks just like you.
She looks just like me. But yeah, I mean, even with children, parents have to really be aware of their sensitivities towards these things. We might say, "Oh, whatever, they're just kids." But I think it's better now because there's so many diverse people being great and accepted for who they are. But even me, when I was a child, I was like, I'm not going outside. I don't want to get darker, because we didn't see dark people in commercials, in movies. Then I liked Prince. He was light skinned. And in the Black community, there is like hierarchy because of Jim Crow and all the things. There was a hierarchy in skin color. The darker ones were in the field. The lighter ones were able to work in the homes. So that I feel like they carried generationally.
It does carry a little bit of
You
weight.
probably even it's not even just the Black community. It's in the Asian community.
Yeah, I remember.
It's all over.
Yeah, I remember one time somebody that I dated, I explained to this person, I said, really don't think I've ever felt that I was discriminated against because of the color of my skin or my race. And I'm just being honest with that person. It was a gentleman. So I'm just being honest about that. And this person had the nerve to tell me because I was of a light complexion, that is why. And I rebuked him in the name of Jesus. I'm like...
I mean, I don't know if that's true, but a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that that's true because, I mean, look at some of the celebrities. The lighter ones are more, what's the word? They're just more popular because... Do you guys know what I'm trying to say here?
It's catching up now. Like when you're saying that, it makes me think of Halle Berry or Idris Elba. He's like really dark.
Yeah, he's dark.
I think he's gorgeous. I mean, he's beautiful. But back in the day, someone like him may not been as famous or in the forefront as they are now. Well, is that what you're meaning?
Yeah, I mean that they used to give you a look. And this was the look, like a national look. And it wasn't even a light-skinned Black woman. It was really Hispanic women because they like the best of both worlds. So you got, it's like that's why interracial kids were so beautiful. Oh, they're beautiful. They got the curly hair, but then they got the lighter skin. I don't know. It's just, I feel like they were always trying to put that person in front of us.
That's happened to me. So I have two brothers. One's lighter skin like me and one has darker skin. I mean, he's not even that darker, but he's a little darker. And he said that to me, that I prefer my one brother because he's white like I am.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, seriously, dude, like we have the same mother. Like I don't see, have never said my stepbrother, half brother. I have never said anything like that because a brother is a brother to me. It's a sibling. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so I felt that kind of pressure.
You said that growing up, they called you Ghost.
Yeah, because my town was prominently African American.
Well, I'm going to tell you, in that particular situation, and when that was said to me, I took it as this is more about what your insecurities are.
Right.
That has to do with you saying... because, saying what you said about the color of my skin.
I'm big about that, about calling people out on their insecurities. Like I say, do not put your insecurities on me. That's on you. You need to work that out.
That's right.
I'm not responsible for your insecurities. Right now, what you're manifesting is your insecurity, and that's for you to deal with, but do not put it on me.
Yeah.
But I think society puts it on people every day. I think it's
does.
getting better.
And it does. And the thing about it is that, but you have people that cannot, they can't do what you did, Suzanne.
Like process it
they process it in a negative way. They process it in a negative way.
And take it
personally. Yeah,
I did, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's on you.
And then that affects how you deal with people going forward.
Yes,
that's true.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
I do like where we're headed in the country in terms of people just accepting folks. Sometimes it's a little too accepting because people look crazy sometimes, and that's accepted. People can do anything, and then it's accepted. I don't, that it's a fine line.
It's like it's a free country. It's your free body. It's your free will. It's a free whatever, and all of that is true.
That's true.
Yeah, all of that is applicable, but I think I don't know if that's what you were saying. Sometimes it gets a little. I
think people push it. I think people push it. But we're not talking about appearance, but just other things. It made me think of Teresa. You brought up another thing. Lizzo became like one of the most. You guys know Lizzo.
She's a plus size singer.
Teresa knows Lizzo.
Suzanne again.
Plays the flute.
Suzanne again is out of the
But
the loop.
to have a plus size woman and just to be so popular and accepted, that was groundbreaking. I
know
can't
who
think
she
of
is.
anyone other than Oprah.
She sings this song, It's About Damn Time.
You know that song.
No.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
I probably heard her sing it to me.
I don't know the words, but she plays the flute. She's a plus size. She knows she's lost weight.
She looks
she's
really
lost
pretty.
weight. She's lost weight, and I wonder why she did that. It could be for health reasons or whatever. But
a lot of people are now on the losing weight wagon with the shots and stuff like that. So it's a trendy thing now. But
so it goes to show you then we're still not there because
We're not
we're
there.
being accepting and we're still not there in terms of accepting people for who they are and people are still not feeling accepted even though it feels like people are accepted more these days, but
we're not there.
We're not
but
there.
the point is to get there and not, you don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You just need to be real. Like I appreciate someone that's messy and just you don't. But I would rather be someone, or I don't want somebody that's fake. I would rather have somebody that's messy than somebody that's fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want it to be.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want you to be like because sometimes you do get people in your life that are trying to put up appearances, but they're not really like that.
That's true.
I don't want that. I want you to just be imperfect. It's okay. Like I'll never forget. I already mentioned this in another podcast, but I went to my back then pastor's wife, our house, and I knocked on the door, and my pastor's wife opens the door, and she's like, "Did you just hear us yelling at each other?" And I said, "No, I didn't. But that's cool though, because you thinking, oh, pastor's wife, they're like this great, perfect, holier than thou. No, they were fighting, and I loved it."
Yeah, you bring up a good point.
I thought it was great.
In the Christian community, people put so much into pastors and people in charge of churches, and they uplift them so to a level they can't even live up to because they are still at the end of the day human.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't look up to anybody other than Jesus.
Yes.
So he was the perfect being on this earth. But yeah, you make a good point that everybody's human. Everybody's
imperfect on the outside, imperfect on the inside.
Yeah.
As long as they're not toxic on the inside, it's going to be okay because we're human and we're just being real.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They know I'm imperfect at work. I share my real self at work. That's why don't come for me at work.
We know I'm imperfect at work because the email I sent one time, you need to go to that episode.
Oh yeah, the email you said. I know Teresa knows a lot of imperfect people from being an HR director.
I know some secrets.
Oh, I know secrets. Can we get some?
No.
You can share them
She's
now.
going to take them to the grave.
No.
We can't.
Because then what you would want to know, then I would be gossiping.
That's true.
That's true.
So I don't want to do
we
that.
don't
You
gossip.
don't have to say names.
That's true.
That's imperfect. Embrace your imperfectness. If you gossip,
Renisha's trying to convince me.
no, that's not right.
So let me ask you this last question. What's one imperfect thing you will embrace in 2026?
Ooh, my lack. No, I don't want to embrace that imperfect thing.
Maybe embrace it and change it or tweak it or improve it.
That's a good question.
That is a good question, Suzanne.
It's something imperfect.
I think for me, my imperfect thing that I will embrace, but I will, because it's perfection. I'm a perfectionist. And when things don't go the way that and I've come a long way, I'm a lot better so I will embrace that I am that way because I stress myself out thinking that I'm that way. I will embrace it, but then I will try to adjust it and welcome the imperfections. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
I'm going to say my morning routine, because I'll get up in the morning and I have a routine. I don't know if you guys got a routine, but I have a routine. Even that being retired, yes, I got a routine. And if I don't sit down in my space and spend time with God the first thing in the morning, then I can hear the enemy in the back of my mind. You know,
Yeah.
look, there you go. You're not putting God first. Blah, 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 blah. All
He's
that
a
kind of stuff,
liar,
right?
though.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? The Lord knows my heart.
Exactly.
And I don't want to say that I would change different in 2026, Suzanne. I mean, 2026, Suzanne, because I just started doing that, okay? Because I used to feel, you know, kind of like,
Condemned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah, but
Me, I feel
recently
that way.
I'm like, the
Yeah.
Lord knows. Yes,
Right,
I'll
that's
get
right.
up and I may do this and I may do that, but I'm gonna get over there.
You-
You
that's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
And
he
that's
know I'm gonna
good.
spend
That's
time with
good.
him.
I
you
like
know?
that,
The
Teresa.
Bible, like I feel I should be reading my Bible, and then you feel the little voices. Yeah, you know, you're not in the word deep enough and
You
stuff
ain't,
like that.
yeah.
But,
You ain't real. You ain't no real
but
Christian.
God knows my heart, and that's where I find
Yes.
refuge.
Yeah.
I speak back to those voices. I'm like, boy, I'm like, you was a lie.
I do. I be like, not today, Satan.
That's right.
You know, or I'll even say, shut up.
Yep.
Y'all would be thinking I'm in my house talking to somebody in another room. But anyway, yeah. So that would be
Same
mine.
for me. Because I have a routine, and I get up, go in my office, I listen to praise and worship, I pray, you know, and I read the Bible. And when I don't, like this morning, I was running a little late. You know, you do. It's so crazy
You
that
feel this.
yeah, like, oh, you only gave God 30 minutes. You know, you could have got up earlier. You know, you had to do the podcast. You should have went and got. I'm like,
Or you ain't spending or when you do spend time with God, and then your mind goes to, you know, I got these 10 things over here I got to do today.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah.
things like that. But I've been trying really, really hard to not listen to that voice.
that's right.
Okay, because the one thing that's more important to me is God knowing my heart.
Because there's a difference between conviction and feeling harassed, or because sometimes it's conviction that tells us, oh, you should have spent more time or something, or read the Bible or whatever the case may be. But I think it doesn't degrade. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't make you feel. Because conviction can make you feel bad, but you don't feel like a letdown.
Yeah, and we know that's not, the Holy Spirit is the gentleman.
Right.
So we know that voice is not the Holy Spirit, because he's not going to condemn us.
Okay.
That's the word I'm looking for.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But all right. Well, I will say again, our little takeaway for this episode is you don't need
Teresa
to be.
said, okay. What's Teresa saying
Wrap it
that?
up. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Our takeaway again is you don't need to be perfect to be worthy. Just be real. Like,
Right.
think about that. Think about what things you might feel are imperfect in your life around you, and try to find the beauty in that, because there's beauty in everything. Everything has just a little bit of something that makes it beautiful. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to our episodes, follow, comment, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye,
guys.
Do us a big favor and hit that like button, share this episode, and subscribe.